Greetings, everybody. Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 3 of Settlement Survival, which originally streamed live on Twitch. Cowley, I go over pretty fully in the first episode that I have on YouTube the difficulty differences. The primary differences is your starting population, your starting resources. The harder difficulties, you get a lot less people and a lot less food. Like, on normal difficulty, you start with, like, 2,000 or 3,000 food. On the hardest difficulty, you start with, like, 200, so a tenth of the resources. And then how long the winters are, how long and cold the winters are. So basically, how much fuel that you will require. That would be the primary differences as far as I know. So my rough food amount is going up as a result of this squash yield, but it looks like this squash yield is going to be pretty crummy as well, just as bad as last year, so it's going to be hard to feed everyone. And Sandy, the oldest student, is now 15 and still student, only educated up to 53%. But again, schooling is the hill you voted for me to die on, is the current priority. Here comes winter, with not a woodcutter to be seen. Abraham, let's have you cut some wood. It's nice to have food in our bellies, but if we freeze to death, it doesn't really matter, does it? Is there anything I can have my people gather? Yes, there's actually stuff I can have my people gather. Mushrooms and the like in the forest, but it's not an efficient source of food to just continually hoping to gather stuff. So one way to do this is to, like, cancel, and I can pause and show you. Cancel a huge swath of the gathering that I've already done for wood, because honestly my wood amount right now is decent. God, that farm sucked. What? 444? Yeah, that's not great. My first year was like 6 something. So now I canceled all the tree cutting, and here are the wild plants that I can gather. I don't want to go too close to the river because the river is all reeds and you don't eat reeds. I'm also going to fire one of the gatherers and put him working as a hunter. Alright, development point. I guess I haven't had you vote on this, so... Next, research. Reed farming. So that would allow us to make, like, sandals and the like. That's unlocked by the sand stuff that I've done. Let's see... Trying to think of ways that I could feed myself a little bit more. But, I guess I could research salt making. It's not really going to immediately help, though. Toilet. I don't have enough butchering to support soap. School expansion. Or sea transport. Would moving farmers to gather and hunt help? That's what they're already doing. During the quiet seasons of farmers act as temporary workers and temporary workers gather. So if we actually check on what these farmers are doing, they're gathering. So Gino's profession is a farmer, but as you can see, he's out here gathering mushrooms in the forest. It's just there's only a finite amount of mushrooms in the forest, so you can't really just continue to gather food, as it's a very limited amount that you'll have access to. The problem is I have 8 students that are not working, and they're being educated really slowly because they're dumb as mud, and I'm having 11 adults feed a population of 14 plus themselves. It's a bit much. is all I can say. It's a bit much. But it looks like school expansion. Let me get rid of the vote timer. School expansion is winning. So, just to show you what this benefits, school development output points go up, so that we get more science from schools. So I'm alright with that. Alright, housing is starting to fall apart. So I need to get the repair shop back online. And I'm going to take the marketplace offline to put them to work in the repair. Is there faster education? Yeah, there is school efficiency, but it requires paper research, which requires reeds, which requires sand, which require, you know, I think you can see where this is going. So yes, there is, but it's buried deeply under a lot of other prerequisites that are not going to be met in the near future. You commend my restraint in not shutting down the school anyway. Yeah, I mean, hey, you voted for it. If you want us to suffer, that's cool. It's your story as much as it is mine, right? This I am totally fine with. You can learn from the mistakes that myself and chat make just as much as you can learn from our successes, deducing the ways and not ways to survive. We're almost through this winter, though. We haven't had any deaths yet. But I am running quite low on things to gather out in the wild. Someone will graduate eventually. Yeah, they will eventually. Once Sandy gets up to 100% education, which might be another year or two. Or whoever is the highest. I mean, I can slow down time for a second and analyze it. So Sandy's at 65. Joe is at 65. Dick is at 57. Maggie's at 68. So Maggie's furthest along. Roy, Elijah, Andrew, they're all low because they're younger. So yeah, basically when either Maggie, Sandy, or Joe get fully educated, they will enter the workforce. Yeah, it's been very, very, very slow going though, if you've noticed. So March has arrived, people are starving. My hunters, they're getting a little bit of turkey and goose. Coming for you, geese. Peace was never an option. And you can see some of my rough food bouncing back as a result of the gathering and harvesting. I'm going to open up another position in the farm field and hope that I can get a little bit more farming going on this year than last. So I'm going to fire my repair person, put him as a farmer, and see if I can't increase the yields with all 4 farmers farming. I hope. One can hope. NPS and Rin Moroto. Thank you for the follows. Look at them play whack-a-mole here. Give me something more than 444, please. God, now we have 11 students. We have just as many students as we have adults. Faster, you idiots. All right, 70%. 70%. 68. I see that my water is low, but I do have a water gatherer working. I've explained that just because water is low doesn't mean you actually don't have any. Like this house, for instance, has 50 water stockpiled in it. But just, I'm getting the water as low because 1 or 2 of the houses have low water. So sometimes when it's warning you, you can actually just kind of ignore it because it's not an immediate need. In this case, it is, but I don't have, you know, I don't have people to be able to fulfill that role anyway, so it's moot. Did I have a kid die? No. Okay. The bottleneck is not, this school is only at, you know, 55% capacity or whatever. The bottleneck is not the lack of seats in the school. It's just, it takes a while. And you can't employ more teachers. It just takes a while. You know, there's only 1 slot. And the problem is every time Emmy here, like, walks away, she stops educating. So, just the way it is. This is the way it is. Clothing and tools are getting low again. Soon we should start to see a harvest up here. I'm hoping that they actually do it proper. Up to 76%. So I really only have like maybe 2 more years until they join the workforce. I'm hoping. Now, what I'm going to try to do... Yeah, this house is, like, screwed. This house has no anything. What I'm going to try to do is to try to get the mason up so that I can start to invest in better roads so that people can go to and from work more rapidly. But none of that really starts until I address the food scarcity. So we have another research vote. School the kids and address resource scarcity. Is the current project. What's the sea transport do? Yeah, let me open that up and explain. Sea transport. Merchants are willing to do business with your town. Ships at a ferry will dock and carry a wider variety of items. So sea transport allows you to do trade. Sort of the trade upgrade. I don't think I'm going to be able to get one built for a bit. But that might be besides the point. You want to become pirates? Alright, so I'm working on getting the masonry workshop going. Done. And then let's employ that builder as a repair person just to get all of the buildings maintained. And then I will I'll start to make laid stone out of stone and try to get some good roads up. Autumn harvest. Yeah, the extra person didn't yield diddly stupid squat here. basically 10 more crops for one more person. So, Gino, you're fired. So dearly fired. But now we're starting to make Ladestone, and you guys want me to get sea transport as a research. So here is the ferry dock. As you can see, it's way beyond my means of current construction. But someday, maybe. Alright, checking on the idiots and their education. Sandy is up to 82%, so probably next year we'll have 4 or 5 students enter the workforce as educated. But all of the all that squash here has already been you piglet, look at this. 86 squash and this house is 0. Yeah, alright. Well, there's some income disparity or resource disparity there, just a little bit. Here I'm just queuing up gather zones. I'm not going to queue them up near the gathering hut, but I can queue it up plants to be gathered elsewhere. Try to feed us as best as we can. So the main thoroughfare here, I'm going to queue up with laid stone. More than obviously I currently have, but we're going to try to get moving speed there faster as soon as I can get another builder in here. Alright, let's fire the repair person and put him as a builder so we can start to get the roads in. I think I just spread out too thin. I planned too far to have too large of a colony, and I am not able to support that. No, don't make dirt roads. I'm watching what you're doing. More dirt roads. I could cancel them, but I'm just going to let her finish the dirt roads up. Nope, yeah, she ran all the way out here to make one dirt road, and then she's running back because she's cold. Yeah, that's how it goes. And I'm also out of wood entirely, so I'm going to cut some wood down and increase the priority for this wood here as high. And then I'm also going to harvest some trees here and increase the priority as high as well. This is next to the lumber mill, the sawmill, which is to keep us warm. Edith, you're doing a terrible, terrible, terrible job working that well there. People are thirsty all over the place. And one of the students, Enid, died of thirst. Yep, that would be you. Edith killed Enid almost directly. I'm going to fire another one of these farmers and have 2 well haulers for now, just to build up a little bit of water. You'd think one person working in a well could support a colony of like 25, but nope. Apparently you need a 12th of your population getting water, not a 20th or 25th. Just settlement survival things. So there's 2 homes here that don't really have food. The rest of our homes are somewhat stocked. We're also starting to get the roads, so you can see the citizens fly along these brick roads at much increased speed. So that's good. Well, when they use them. I'm watching some of them not even use the roads. You bastards! Use the roads I've built. In fact, where is Ingrid? What is she doing? Good, she's building more roads. That should help a little bit. And it's almost spring. And we only had... Oh, Maggie graduated from school. Right as the Zelda died of thirst. So, hey, Maggie, you can fill in Zelda's out with the old, in with the new. Fill in her slot. We should have a bunch of graduates real soon. So Sandy's at 93%. Joe, 96%. Dick at 86. So we'll have 3 graduating this year pretty soon, I think. And I probably need another farmer in that farm. 2 isn't enough. Oh, my stonecutter just died, so if my stonecutter's dead, Ingrid, you are now a farmer. Congratulations on your lateral promotion. Okay, I don't know what my well haulers are doing, but they suck. 2 well haulers for a population of... Okay, there goes another one. 2 well haulers for a population of 25 can't supply the water. Ridiculous. Come on now. Come on now. Lazy. So lazy. Taking a look at the tailor. I am almost out of tools, almost out of clothing. I'm going to ask again this simple question. Do we keep the school open still? You're welcome to vote yes or no. I don't really care, but I figure I'd ask. As now you're seeing the results of trying to keep the fools educated. But there's the development point. I might just pick this one, just because I have a poll up right now, so... I'm going to do... agricultural reads. Oh, look at all these immigrants that I have no town hall for. Hello. And no, I can't. You're not welcome. Student Dick, who was about to age out, has died of starvation. Good. Didn't like that guy. Alright, taking a look at the raw resources for textiles. I have leather, mostly. So let's switch this back to leather clothing. And employ. Now, we did just have Winnie and Sandy graduate from school. And Joe. Or no, Joe and Sandy graduated, and they entered the workforce. So, 2 more people that are able to work. Just my well hauler died. Water fetcher died of starvation. Yep. Does chat regret keeping the school open and educating at the cost? So, if you remember the hierarchy of needs, as I was explaining at the start, you know, the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you have your physiological needs at the base: air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, reproduction. Education is way up at the top of that tree. That's like self-actualization of the hierarchy of needs. So, although, chat, you voted on me keeping the school open, hell or high water, when you can't feed or hydrate students, it doesn't really matter, does it now? And it looks like you guys agree with me now, so no. School's closed. So, in order to close school, As you can see, we immediately have a massive influx of workers. So we can employ a blacksmith. We can employ a repair person. We can employ another well hauler. I still have 4 more people, so I'm going to do another mason and another builder. And have 2 leftover people that could just gather plants. Oh, let's actually employ another gatherer. So now we have 1 floater as a temporary, and everyone else is working. Rub it in. Like I said, you're welcome to vote however you want. We tried a colony that prioritizes education at the cost of all else, and it killed about half of our population. So you had it your way, and then you changed your mind. So power to you, I guess, for that. I'm also going to start. I'm going to start heating this home, build this home, and I'm going to build a home back here, so that people don't have to walk as far to get heated. So let's make this home first. And for that, obviously, I need some timber. So let's queue up some tree harvests for the timber. I might actually unemploy my builder for now, because I don't really have enough timber to build anything, and have him chop trees until there's timber left. No, I wasn't sweating. People die, I don't care. Just the way it is. Oh, good. My only injured person is my doctor. Fantastic. I hate when I have to do this. Alright, Andrew, you're fired. And we'll switch you out with Isaac. Or Sandy, I guess. Right, Tusky? Tusky, why is there a carrot on the floor? You're supposed to eat your carrots. Okay, we are out of leather for the clothing, so let's switch over to a pack-a-wool. Food and water is not 0 technically, 12 and 6. But I am hoping for a better harvest this year. It's also possible to maybe keep the blacksmithing until I am able to improve the farm yet one more time. That'd be good. And we just got a seed. We got flax, which is good for clothing later on. So here's the harvest. Oh, who's sick now? Okay, it's not our doctor. That's good. I do have more slots for the hunters in the hunter house. Yeah, I could employ another hunter. I'll do that. Trying to keep my timber up is rough. I mean, I know I don't have a logger, but that's mostly because I just have a lack of temporary workers. So, taking a look at the children here. Bruce is 7. Pamela's 4. And then there's a bit of a gap. No, there's another one that's 9. So Winnie here probably wants to go to school, I'd imagine, but tough. Wow. I am just remarkably surprised at the ridiculous inefficiency of my water haulers. That there is no water built up, even with 2 of them working full-time. The hell, people. What do you do with your day? Alright, let's move one of the farmers over to the hunters for a 3rd hunter in the winter. It's not a terrible idea. Especially it will help clothe us. And then the other temporary workers here are just wholesale clearing forests, which is very useful. So I'll queue up more trees to be cut. Trying to feed our need for this house. I want this house specifically built. In fact, I'll prioritize it. And stick a builder in there. Elijah. So Winnie just became a laborer. She wanted to go to school, but she was of the right age, but now she's in the workforce. Elijah cutting the wood, or being the builder. Yeah, it is pretty perfect, isn't it? Oh, come on! My doctor's the one injured again? You guys are fools, honestly. What is so dangerous about being a stupid doctor in this colony that I have to keep switching around the doctors? Come on, folks. Quit hacking off your own hands with bone saws. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. There we go. No more juggling bone saws, you boneheads. So my yield was even worse of winter squash. The hell, people? We're all gonna die, and it's because my farmers don't know how to farm. They're like, herp derp, seeds in the ground. Nope. It's a little bit more complicated than that. Hey, Highland Timber. Yeah, it really doesn't want to survive. Apparently not. Oh, don't tell me my doctor just got injured. What? What? Stop it! Stop! You're kidding me. You're kidding me. You are kidding me. Oh my goodness. Alright, so now that doctor is injured too. Most dangerous job in the world. Being a doctor. Ugh. Alright, time for the doctor juggle. Yeah, stop working hard and just work safely, maybe? I don't know what to tell you. The amount of my doctors that fall ill is laughable. At some point, I'm just going to have like 2 clinics, and then I'm going to have this unique situation where they both hurt themselves and fail to heal themselves or something. Vendor Andrew froze to death. Well, good. You're one of the moron doctors. You deserve it. I'm happy about it. We're gonna float your body on the river. Say farewell to the moron Andrew. The doctor who couldn't. Alright, what is Elijah working on? The roads still? But here's the second home. So this home here, the advantage of this home is people will be able to warm up here, which is further east than the other homes. Which is good stuff. And then we'll work on this home too, trying to spread it out. And these homes are covered by the clinic, by the church, not that I have anyone working in there, and by the marketplace. So that they are supplied with food and whatever services that we require. Taking a look over here, my... let's go back to leather. I have a little bit of leather. How did he freeze? He was the one working in the vending marketplace. He was slow. That's one of the problems is you only warm up in your homes in the winter, especially on extreme difficulty where it's particularly cold. And hey, we're gonna have a harvest boon this year at least. So he wasn't able to like get to somewhere warm in time. All right, fire in my mason because I ran out of stone. Putting them to work in the marketplace. I have been rotating crops. Winter squash was last year. Peas are this year. So I've been doing a crop rotation. They just suck at it. You want me to do... let's do staple food then? Let's see. Yeah, let's do oats this year. And I'm going to need to hire another farmer for that, I think. It's nighttime now. Claire. Yeah, farmer now. Okay, need a little bit more stone for construction. The closest is probably here. Okay. Curious about that. Currently, the yield from this farm field is venison and leather. We're farming venison and leather, guys. I know it might sound disturbing, but, yeah. You wish Colin was here to give tricks with crops? That'd be nice. I think these guys ran around with a hoe and they just bashed one of the bison over the head. Like, yep, crop. No, that's chop. I can see why you didn't do good in school. So the next big hurdle will be to try to get our civic needs up and ready again. So let's try to supply the needs for the colony to reopen the school. That's, I would say, the goal. As soon as my tailor runs out of material, because I have 60 clothes, but I'll do it now. Tailor's fired. Go cut down some trees. And then I also had Bruce become a laborer as well. I think they aged out. So we have... Nope. It was 18 for a second. I don't know where they went. I thought it said 18. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, come on, Oats. I can also, no, we're good. I don't need to shuffle anyone else around. So this is the other house I wanted to make for a warming station. And there it is. Won't be empty very long, I don't think, because Roy wants to move in once he's not injured. Oh, nope, Bruce took it. 10-year-old Bruce running a house on his own. Now with that made, I'm going to fire my builder because I don't need a builder at the moment, and maybe I'll put them in as a butcher. So let's take a look at the... You know, I don't have any raw food built up, so instead of a butcher, we'll do hunting. Come on, Oats. You better yield. So the yield from fields increases by 30% in harvest years now. So hopefully we'll actually get some oats here. And Elijah, the prophet Elijah, is going to be our clergyman now to try to increase the average happiness of the colony in order to drive the fertility rate up. That's the hope. The blacksmith healthy again? Nope, still hurt. Oh, there he goes. All right, let's plan on next research then. So we have, let me slow down time. I did unlock reeds, although I haven't actually built one. So we could do knitting to process the reeds into clothing-like things. Shoes and the like. We could also unlock material recycling, I guess. So material recycling allows you to recover for demolished buildings. For quality of life, I think it's too early to do soap. But I could do clean water. Now, in order to get clean water, I would need clay and sand from the sand miner, but that would be a possibility. I've heard that this is efficient, like crappy, super crappy efficiency, but I don't know if that's true. Maybe someone in chat knows. Research Institute. For research or development speed. We could also get pottery, I suppose. Anything big I'm missing? Oh, weaving too. Let's do weaving as well. 6 options. Go for it. Bath sounds nice. I don't have what is needed for a bath, yet. But the bathhouse, once you have soap, is nice to have. All right. There's still citizens that want housing. Let's set up a West house here. So oh, the church and the... No, I can't go any further west because the church and the clinic doesn't go that far. It goes only this far. So this will be the last row houses then. So we'll set a house up there. Alright, there. That will do. Oat yield was... What the oat? Come on, man! 186. That was the 30% increased. Oh, screw off. Find yourself a big old hoe and sit on it. That is awful. Actually, awful is what we're getting out of the butchery. Sometimes. Jesus. This game is just trying to starve me to death. I started with a yield of 700. It's now down to 186. Are you kidding me? And it's not that I don't have an open warehouse storage supply next to it. I do, as you can see. So it's just our farmers duncing around. That's all I can say. Alright, you guys want some knitting. Cool. Oh, yeah, that's next, right? So knitting here allows you to process reeds into flax, into ropes, for fishing nets, or for, like, sandals. Things like that. So if you take a look at the citizens here, they have a shoe slot and a backpack slot. So that's things that knitting can go into. So if I go to processing here, we can start processing that stuff. Once I have the development point. Make another field and alternate. I'm a little worried about them just like, I don't know, not being able to farm. What I think I'm going to do, which is a radical solution, is just to build farm fields here. And see about if it's commute time distance to farm yields or not. So that will be a proof of concept in a second. go ahead and fire those farmers and employ all of them as builders so I could get these new farm fields. Let me hide that. You voted on knitting. Oh, these are fertile farms? Hang on, I can't do that. I don't have the materials for it, so let's do standard fields. So here's the standard field. One will be squash, and then the other standard field will be like beans. It only employs 2 people, and I'll try to maximize both farm fields so that I stop having to starve to death, because that's a continual annoyance. I don't know why my farm fields are just not yielding. I really couldn't tell you. I wish I knew. But we'll do our best to figure it out. So here will be beans. And then let's do another standard field. Here. And stick a open warehouse so that they have places to put their crops. And this will be for oats. So a little bit of everything. I have 50 laid stone still. So if I have 50 laid stone, there's a 50 laid stone road towards the water sawmill. That will be very useful. And then here, oats. And once it's planting season, I will get those fully employed. Maybe pulling from hunters, which is a little dangerous, or maybe from my blacksmith, something like that. We'll have to figure it out. It's a good thing I'm not naming citizens after you guys. Yeah, no kidding. You just be a bunch of dead people. Rip, rip, rip. Now, I have addressed some of the average happiness, so the lower work efficiency for being unhappy has been fixed. Oh, you know what? This house is outside of the radius of the church. I just realized. So you're gonna turn to crime. I might want to fix that for the long run. Houses that are covered by churches tend not to turn to crime. So Roy here, my little blacksmith, is going to be soon doing some B&E, I'd imagine. So there's the laid stone road. And one of these builders, or 2 of these builders, are going to get... All the builders are actually going to get fired. I'm going to put one into the mason. And then start hiring them back into these standard fields. And we'll see if the standard fields can outcompete. So it is March. I'm going to fire 2 of these hunters. Put them in this standard field. And then the 2 gatherers. And this is a bit of a gamble, but the 2 gatherers, one of them is going to go into the standard field, and then the other, yeah, both of them are. So we have 1 hunter, 1 gatherer, and then 6 farmers working 3 different fields. And as you can see, they're already starting to sow. Don't fail me now. And I'm ignoring this large field because it seems cursed. It must be like Indian burial ground or something like that. Stay the heck away from it. Alright, so one of my farmers got injured. Acknowledged. It's Joe. So Joe, you fired. We'll pull a water hauler out of the water haulers. Put him as the farmer. No. Joe, screw off, my friend. Alright, there we go. So now we have a all healthy farmers. I've made sure of it. The only injured person is Joe, who's a water hauler. We don't need no Joes. Thank you for watching Settlement Survival, which originally streamed live on Twitch October 27th. I don't intend to stream a second time, so the 6 episodes that were made for YouTube are all that there will be. And with that in mind, I don't really need gameplay tips or tricks or feedback of that sort. But if you'd like to leave a comment below anyway, feel free to do so. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rodamont.com has my stream schedule. And if you'd like to chat with me in real time, Discord's the place to be. Rodamont.com has the link to that, and it's also in the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and thank you to my Twitch subscribers and Patreon patrons for supporting the channel. Farewell,